Welcome back to Maturing Your GDPR Compliance Program. In this series, we take a closer look at the most important elements of your GDPR program and how you can begin maturing your processes. In this episode, we're taking a closer look at one of the most outwardly visible aspects of your GDPR compliance program, privacy notices. So why are privacy notices so important? Because your customers have the right to know what data you're collecting about them, why you are collecting it, and how you intend to protect it while it's under your stewardship. Your privacy notice is a public declaration of your data protection practices, and this transparency in turn helps individuals feel more secure when they're interacting with your brand. Therefore, it's vital to keep your privacy notices accurate and up to date. Moreover, informing your data subjects about how you handle personal data is also a legal requirement under the GDPR, and failures relating to privacy notices are sadly one of the most common violations of the regulation. So how do you develop an effective privacy notice? Well, first, you need to understand the data you process, how you use it, and why you use it. At this stage, you can hopefully rely on your data map to give you a clear view of all the data points you collect from individuals and whether it's your organization doing it or your vendor or customer partners. The collection points can be a simple web form where you collect email addresses and names, or they could be more complex as continuous collection of browsing data and habits of end users. Either way, these collection points will form the foundation for your privacy notice. Next, you figure out if you can share a privacy notice directly or via your sub-processor or vendor at the point when the data is collected from the individuals. Sharing your privacy notice at the point of collection is the recommended best practice. However, if you're collecting publicly available data or receiving individuals' data that had been collected by third-party vendors, it may not be always feasible to share your notice at the point of collection. So in those cases, your goal should be to share a privacy notice to the individuals when you start using their data. As a next step, you need to ensure your privacy notice is clear and accessible. Your notice must be easy to understand and should avoid technical jargon. Think of it as a conversation you're having with your customer where you walk them through the basics of how you use and protect their data and what their respective rights to it are. In practice, you will often need to share this information in layers. Depending on the platform and circumstances where you engage the individuals, there may not be always space and opportunity for you to effectively convey all of the privacy information in the first layer of your engagement with them. To keep your communication effective and clear, it's often better to share key privacy basics as a first layer statement, and then give the individual access to further layers of privacy information to consume if and as they wish. It's also important to remember that if you're using personal data of minors, you need to adjust your language and communication towards them, making this information clear and accessible to their level of understanding. Also, if you are communicating your privacy notice to people from different countries, you need to ensure that you communicate to them in their respective language. Your privacy notice should also be easily accessible, ideally no more than a click away from your homepage, and should be presented at moments where the customer or individual's data is being collected. GDPR compliance is a dynamic process, not a one-time task. Therefore, maintaining your privacy notices should also be an ongoing process. Regularly review and update your notices, making sure that updates are made when you introduce new products or services, or when there are changes in data protection law that applies to you. The responsibility for regularly auditing your data processing activities should fall onto the Data Protection Officer, or DPO. From there, the appropriate updates to the privacy notices can be made as needed. Transparent privacy practices are a competitive advantage. They enhance your brand's reputation by fostering customer loyalty and trust. When customers can rely on you to treat their personal information with proper care and attention, you can gain their trust. A trusting customer is more likely to return, more likely to share more of their data and use more of your service, and even to recommend your services. Thank you for joining us in this part of our series. Stay tuned for more insights on how to mature your GDPR compliance program.